everyone, Courtney here, and today I am going to discuss bonds and how to calculate their present value. A bond is a fixed income security that represents a debt on the part of the issuer. So, for example, say that you're an investor and say that the government of Canada has decided that it wants to raise money, and so it's decided to issue bonds. This means that you, as an investor, have the option of purchasing a bond and, in effect, lending the government money in exchange for regular interest payments over time, called coupon payments, and you would get your principal amount back at maturity. So, before making such a purchase, one question you might ask yourself is, well, am I getting a good price for this bond? And of course, in order to know that, you have to know how much it's really worth, which we call the present value, how much the bond is currently worth. So, using those concepts, let's look at this question and figure out whether or not this is a good purchase for this investor. An 8% annual pay bond with a face value of $100,000 is currently trading at 92. What that means is that the bond pays 8% of the face value of $100,000 every year, and so it's paying $8,000 every year, and it's trading at 92, so it's trading at 92% of $100,000 or for $92,000. So if you want to purchase this bond right now, it's being sold for $92,000. So your question is, well, is that a good price? Do I want to buy it for $92,000? It's got 3 years to maturity. Should an investor with a discount rate of 10% purchase this security? So this number, this discount rate number, I wouldn't worry about how they arrive at that number. They've never explained it in the book. All that we need to know is that it's a number that you need in order to calculate how much the bond is currently worth and whether or not it's a good purchase. So now let's go ahead and figure it out. But before we do, actually, just remember that if it's trading at $92,000, so obviously if we find out that it's worth $92,000, then sure, you might want to buy it. If you find out that it's worth $95,000, you'll want to buy it because you're getting a great price. But if you find out that it's, say, worth $90,000 and they're trading it for $92,000, then you might feel that you're getting ripped off and you probably won't want to buy it. So let's go and figure it out. Okay, so excuse the echoing. I'll try not to be too loud, but I've moved into my kitchen so I can go and figure out this question for you. So we can think of this as being on a timeline, right? So if you've got T0, and then the time that you get your first payment on this bond is going to be T1, and the second one would be T2, and then finally T3. And the reason why there's 3 is because we said that it's got 3 years to maturity and it pays annually, so therefore it's paying every year. So at T1, you're going to get $8,000 because you get 8% of $100,000 as your coupon. At T2, you also get $8,000. Same with T3. And then at T3, you're also going to get your $100,000 principal amount. Okay, so now what I want to do, if I want to figure out what the present value of the bond is calculate the present value of every single one of these numbers and then add them together. So the book doesn't really teach any other way except to plug that into a calculator. So let's say that I want to find out present value 1, like of the first coupon payment here. So I'm going to go and use a present value calculator. So let's see. So the future value of the first coupon payment is $8,000 because that's what it's going to be in the future. And the number of periods is 1 because you're getting that first payment after 1 year. And then this is where that discount rate that the question gives you comes in handy. You're just going to plug that in as the interest rate and then press calculate. And now I have a present value of $7,270.73. So I'm going to write that one down. It's because we're going to add them all up in the end, right? So, all right, now we need to calculate the present value. We did this one, so we need to do the second coupon payment. Oops, I shouldn't have checked it because we're not done. Present value 2. So all we're going to do is go back to the calculator and change the number of periods to 2. So I'm just going to keep calculating the present values and I'll add them all up. Okay, so I've calculated all of these present values, including the principal of $100,000. I added them all together and I ended up with $95,026.30. That means that the present value of our bond in this question is $95,026.30. And so remember, it was being sold at a price of, let's write down current price of $90,000. $92,000. So, is this a good purchase for the investor? Well, the answer is yes, because he's only paying $92,000 for a bond that's actually worth over $95,000. So, then let's go back to our questions, or rather our answers. So, it says, should an investor with a 10% discount rate purchase this security? A. Yes, because its present value of $95,026 is more than its current price of $92,000. Well, that is exactly what we just discussed, so we don't even need to read the rest of them because that is most certainly the answer. This investor should purchase this security because its present value, so how much it's actually worth, is $95,026. And that is more than its current price of $92,000. So the investor is getting a deal on this purchase. So thanks so much for watching, and I hope this helps, and let me know if you have any questions.